Where I am now, better than before. Through those open doors, where I am now. Where I am now, I'm in a special place. A tender warm embrace. Where I am now. It's now time for the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Everett, the co-host. The music that you hear in the background is none other than Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, where I am now. And if you'd like to see us live in WGPL 1350 studio, all you have to do is go to Edward Everett's Facebook page or Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page. And guess what? You can see us live right here in WGPL 1350 studio. And if you want to hear us all over the globe, all you have to do is go to 1400 AM or 1350 AM or www.christianbroadcastingcompany.com and click and listen live. And now I want to introduce to some and present to others the host of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton, and a pleasant good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. E. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Could you, will you be my neighbor?
Let's welcome our neighbors, our WGPL 1350 AM listeners.
Peace 95.3 FM and WPCE 1400 AM.
Facebook Live is on and popping. Let's also welcome Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube. Make sure you like, share, comment, subscribe. We'll shout you out later on in the show.
Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Like, share, subscribe, and comment
on LinkedIn, Twitter, and
all them.
Instagram.
All them.
Okay.
And we'll shout you out later on.
Shout them out.
We promise.
Yeah.
Mr. E, what day is it today?
Today is hump day. That's what today is.
I want another one now. You know you used to blow.
Today.
All right, let's hear.
Today is hump day.
You all should be up and popping.
Yeah, up and popping, getting up on the hump day. And it's Christmas time.
It's Christmas time. It's the middle of the week. You all should be just, ready to go.
You know, as Michael Jackson just was singing a few minutes ago, give love on Christmas Day.
Spread the love. It's the spirit of giving, and it's the spirit of Christmas, and it's just the holiday season. I hope people are doing good. I hope you all are doing well out there. You know, so many things happen during this time of the year. You know, it's the Yuletide game. But sometimes people, are, in a way too. It brings a lot of stress as well, Mr. E.
That's what they said. They said this time of year brings a lot of stress and heart attacks and things of that. Yeah, that's what they were saying today. Be on the lookout for stress, and if you're gonna drink too much and all that old stuff on, you know how they do.
Careful.
Just be careful because it can pull your body down.
It can. So I tell you what, we got so many great things for you all. This is our Wednesday segment. What's under the hat?
That's right.
Issues concerning men.
That's right, brothers. Issues concerning you to help everybody be able to understand you, how you function, how you act, and what's going on with you.
Mr. E, today we're going to talk about holiday safety tips.
That's what
now,
it
do
is.
You men, when you all go out, Mr. E, do you all look behind you to see if anybody, how safe are men when you go out? A man is usually say, hey, I handle my business, I walk around, strong and whatnot. But do you all care about safety when you're going out during this time of the year?
Yes, ma'am. We are concerned. We are protectors. We are out there during this time of year, waiting, looking, not waiting, but looking all around, trying to make sure that we are walking in a safe environment. A lot
Absolutely.
of people may not never understand that when men was coming up, you couldn't walk between a group of men or somebody would want to fight you. So what we have to do, you could step, and if you step on somebody else's shoes, they want to knock you down.
Uh-huh.
But what we learned how to do as men growing up is to make sure the environment is safety zone for us, not looking like there's a fight, not looking, because we already made up in our mind what we got to get and going to get it, and where we going to get it at. We ain't going here to shop and window shop and all that stuff. We going to the place and get what we got to get, and that's the ball game.
But I always hear everyone talking about ladies and the bags, going to the car and make sure you have your keys out. I wonder if it applies to you guys.
Well, see, we already, but that we already there. We got bags in our hands, and because we'll drop a bag down in a minute and get it going on. Especially if we feel that our lives are in danger, a man will get it and get it in. I mean, especially when it look like somebody coming to attack him.
You all got your 9? Is that what it is?
You got
Y'all
your
feel
9.
safe because you got your 9?
You got your 9, you got your 5, you got your 4, and some of them walking around. I'm protected by Smith and Wesson.
Well, I tell you what, safety tips apply to both men and women. You all, when you go out there, men, make sure you're looking around. Make sure you don't have that car door open when you get gas. You said that someone told you that they experienced one of the safety tips that we talked about.
That's right. The lady told me the other day, said she pulled up to the Wawa. And when she pulled up to the Wawa, she was standing on the driver's side of the door, pumping gas in her car. She said then there came, another car, and the guy rolled out of the passenger side onto her car. And she said when they checked her door, she looked and said,
people would actually get down on the ground, roll to steal your items.
But here's the kicker part. There are bystanders that see it and won't say not one word. There are people who are watching these folks do this and will not say not one word. Wow. So when it happens, they'll look at you. I didn't know what they was doing, because we're giving you a fair shake. We're giving you a fair warning. Ladies, here's the tip for you. When you pull up to the service station to get your gas, make sure your passenger door and your back door are locked. And the reason for that, because a lot of ladies put their pocketbooks on the passenger seat. And so what crooks are doing is rolling from another car on the opposite side of you up to your car, and they checking your door handle. If your door open on the passenger side, they're going to reach up, take your pocketbook, and it's gone.
And it's gone. So
Yeah,
be
just that simple.
careful. Be careful where you put your pocketbook, your purse. Even when you're walking, make sure you at least have it strapped on you or close to you. Don't have it dangling, because these predators are out there and they are looking for victims. They're looking for to victimize the elderly, young people, and people are just not, people that are not walking around aware of their surroundings. Cell phones, you're gonna have to. I know we're addicted to the cell phone, but you're gonna have to put that cell phone down, put it in your pocket, put it somewhere, and until you can get to your car and lock.
That's right. Up. And make sure that where you park your car is a safe surrounding.
Yes.
Don't park your car in the dark. I ain't gonna let nobody hit my car. I don't want. See, you got to remember, folks is watching you from a distance. See, what folks don't understand, that when you get out your car, somebody might be watching you. Yes. And they say, well, that's a victim right there, and then they watch your pattern. Well, I seen that you come that way, you come that way every day. Absolutely. So this is her route. This is her routine. So what I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do is what I'm squat on them. It's a word that they use. I'm a squatter. I'm a squat on them, and when they come out there, and get in their car, I know they come about this time. I'm got it and I'm gone.
And watch who you let approach you and your car. Sometimes we, caught off guard. We have someone approaching us and they could say, oh, I'm having a problem, this, that, but you never know who it may be. You may never know what they want to do. You have to be careful by being so friendly sometimes.
That's right. I was riding down the street the other day and I stopped and dropped off some gifts for a friend at one of my members' house. And as I was getting ready to leave, this guy I don't even know, he waved at me, took his hat off, trying to wave me down. I said, I tell you what, brother, I don't know what you want, but you get in front of this car if you want to. You're going to be a hood on it, man.
That is not nice. But anyway, be careful. But look, we have 9 online shopping safety tips for you all, because I'm telling you, talking about crime, you may not see a lot of crime in the street, but I assure you it's there. You may not see a lot of crime on cyberspace. You may not go up there, but I'm telling you, it is a cesspool of crime. And you got so many folk trying to finagle and do a number on you right there before your very eyes. The thing about it is, people, they're not coming with a lot of unusual scams. They're coming with businesses that you, legitimately deal with. They're sending letters in the name of these legitimate business. They're online with these so-called legitimate ads. They're offering things that look legitimate, and they are scams. Mr. E, give us some of those tips.
It's things you got to be familiar with. Be familiar with. Here's a shop on familiar websites and apps as often as possible. Make sure you know what they are, and before only purchase from secure sites. Yes. And the way you know that the secure site, you see the cards at the bottom of it, so that's what you call a secure site. Supply little personal data as you can. Don't give them your whole life history and sing the song that you like to sing and your secret password. Just give them as little information as you possibly can. Always use a strong password.
Yeah, I wanted to go back. It says shop on familiar websites. It says where there are good reasons to support smaller businesses. It's also smart to stick with websites and apps and companies you recognize. If you're on a website, check the URL to make sure it's legitimate.
Yeah.
And look for any typos.
That's right. Make sure when you on that online, it's so many folks that's sitting back here just trying their very best to get whosoever they can. Ms. Hinton, we're going to talk a little bit more about this safety tip, but I just want to drop the telephone number out there, 757-624-9475. Write it down. And don't just go on a site. Go on a site that is a secure site.
Yes.
Don't enter any personal information on a site without SSL. That's your secure socket layers.
You said don't enter any personal information on a site without SSL?
Right.
Okay. Safe website will begin with https:// You got to check for that.
That's right. Make sure. And supply a little information as possible.
Yes, don't go telling, and just be careful. You got to be careful, because I'm telling you, you have all these copycat companies and people saying, you forgot to pay this and give me your information, or you're getting those calls that come in, Mr. E, and saying your banks notice somebody's defrauding you. Call with your password. Banks don't ask you.
They don't ask you that.
It is just amazing. But these are some of the things that you're going to come across. But go ahead, Mr. E, with our online shopping tip.
Only shop online with a credit card and keep an eye out for fraudulent charges.
Yeah, can you go back to you said strong passwords?
Yeah, use a strong password. Use a strong password when your account. When you create an account on an internet shopping site, be sure to set your strong password.
Absolutely.
Just don't give it just a full letter that you can remember. jot down your password, write it down, and keep it close to you in a little box. So and make it sure that it is strong.
And change it often. Don't keep the
Right.
same one. And try not to use the same password for everything. When once people get a whiff of you, oh, well, this is easy. I go to every account they have the same password.
That's right. That's what they got. And it's not strong enough. It's 2-letter, 3-letter. Don't you know that folks are sitting around here just trying their very best to take everything that you got?
Absolutely. All right, Miss Eve. Some of the other tips we have are:
browse wisely, using update device, and avoid public hotspots.
Oh.
Yeah.
Say that again. Public hotspots, meaning you're wide open.
That's
to
right.
Some of these, the internet.
That's right. That's like you go to Chick-fil-A, or you sitting in the mall in Chick-fil-A and you want to go online and you using Chick-fil-A hotspot. Listen, don't avoid that in public. Before you begin shopping online, make sure your phone or your computer software is updated.
Absolutely.
Software update improves security and it helps ward off new attacks. It is also smart to use a security software on your device to protect against malware, attacks, and spams.
And this is the thing. Stay off of some of these websites with all these viruses, especially if you don't have an up-to-date computer. You're going to have all kind of crazies, things and stuff dropping into your computer. Be careful, because some of those things come in and they are trolls. They know how to get into your information. So you got to be careful. Update your computer, your software, and just be careful of certain things that you see that don't look right. Stay off of some of these sites. That's right. Bring viruses to your computer.
That's right. And there's a lot of sites out there, music sites, and a whole lot of stuff out there that bring viruses to your computer, because they're just sitting around. These folks are just sitting around. Some cookies that you see on your software, on your laptop. If you don't know what it is, here's some of the safety. Make sure that HTTH and all those different security sites before you tackle them.
Keep track of what you order online, because I'm telling you, somebody will give you something and say this is, they'll charge you first. They'll have your information because you've probably bought before. You'd be surprised some of the charges that you may see on your bank statement. Please go through your bank statement. Keep up with it, because I tell you, you'll be surprised how companies can drop charges and you don't even know if you don't look and if you don't keep up.
Well, you don't believe it. Look at Wells Fargo. Look at all the charges that they got on somebody. They charge you for late charge, they charge you for this, they charge you for that, and it's against the law. And then sometimes if you don't if you go on some of these sites and purchase from clothing or shoes or whatever, make sure it's closed. It's closed. And don't let nobody go back and say, okay, you did it 2 times or you did it 3 times. Make sure when you on them shopping carts, you in them shopping carts, if you look like you made an error, look, just check it out, because you can hit it 2 times and get charged for the same item.
Absolutely. If you get scammed, file a complaint immediately. Go through those bank records, I'm telling you, and find out, did I buy that, or where did that come from, or how come there's 25 of the same charges up here? You got to be very, very careful.
That's right. You got to start your complaint, because immediately, don't wait till the next day. I'll talk. Get that 888 number or the 1-800, and then they say, Miss Hinton, do not call too many of them 888 numbers.
Oh, that's another thing. Yes.
Do not call them, because all them 88 numbers and 800 numbers is your business.
They want your information. Yeah, be careful. Like I said, somebody would call and say, "Oh, you have your bill is late. We need your password, bank account." And I mean, they'll send from some of the legitimate businesses to pull you in. So you have to be very, very careful. And especially this time of year, the scammers are out there and they're trying everything they know to pull your information, card and all kind of things in from you.
Isn't it amazing how so many people are going by trying their very best to scam? Your hard-earned dollars,
That's
you
right.
work daily for what you want, and then you got somebody somewhere that's sitting back trying to take everything that you have.
Mr. E, AAA says there is projected that 42 million Americans are expected to take a holiday road trip. That's a lot of folk on the daggone road.
And they also say make sure you check gas prices. Make sure while you're on the road, make sure you have a gas tracker so that you can know where the cheap gas may be, so you won't get out there and get stuck.
Now, a price is going down. I know I went just the other day, and the price of gas really shocked me. It was lower than I've ever had it in the last few months, last 6 months.
That's right, and that's what it's all about, going down this time of year. Here's another tip from AAA, Miss Hinton, while you're driving. It said, be mindful of your actions and aware of how you maximize your own safety, and that those around you. Holiday events and celebration can be invaluable time for families and friends to get together. However, these celebrations can quickly turn into tragic when people are killed or injured by an accident. Traffic citation, DUI charges, and other driving related offenses can also put a damper on your holiday festival.
Absolutely.
Here's what they start doing now. They start having sobriety tests. You gonna see the people that's standing out there that's gonna check you to make sure that
you can drive.
You can drive.
And designated, they still doing designated drivers. Please, if you do a little too much drinking, please don't get behind the wheel. My goodness.
And they got people that's out there. Don't be ashamed to call somebody if you're too intoxicated. Don't be ashamed to call somebody if you're too high up. They got this thing set aside for you to get home safe, to keep you out of the pokey.
If you're too high up, like Mr. E says, stay home.
That's right.
But here are some tips. Buckle up. Ensure you and your passengers are properly restrained in seat belts and car safety seats. And the thing about it, you may not be high up, but some of these folks that are, they call themselves legally smoking that tweed and doing all kind of stuff are high up. And you want to be careful.
And then they said avoid frustration.
Fatigue,
fatigue. I'm sorry. Avoid fatigue. Get a good night's sleep before taking take regular breaks.
Yes.
Avoid fatigue. If you're tired, don't drive.
Yes, that is key. You have to be well aware because it's going to be so many people on the road. Have an emergency plan. They're talking about big snow, Mr. E.
That's right. That's right.
Now y'all want to get caught up in that, baby?
And make sure you check your car before you go. Don't get in your hoop deal and thinking that it'll work. Check your tires, check your gas.
Mr. E, that is so key. Now,
that's right.
You think that little hoopie is good around the area, but don't go on the road with that thing.
Don't go out there with no slick tires. Here's the thing, Miss Hinton, I know how folks get some hard times every now and then. Make sure that you don't stop at Sam's used tire store and you planning a road trip and you get two threads on your tire and you think that's gonna pull you through the snow, and when you get on some ice it's slick and you slide everywhere. Make sure you do that. Change your oil, change your oil. Check your gas before you get out there. If the gauge is not working on your automobile, please get you some get you a car that works properly.
Absolutely. Go rent a car, or borrow a car from your relatives. Because I'm telling you, you cannot go on the road with a hoopty.
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it.
I tell you what, have an emergency plan, have a cell phone, please. I met this lady and her husband. I had to actually, Mr. E, write down directions from, I was in Williamsburg at the time, from Williamsburg to Florida. I had to Google it. She did not have a cell phone or a She didn't have any of those things. Her and her husband traveling. She said they travel old school.
They hit and miss. Can't neither one of them read the map.
Didn't have a map. Didn't have a cell phone. Didn't have a what are those things that in your car?
A compass.
Okay, you call it. She didn't have a compass either. But I'm trying to tell you, please don't go on the road unprepared.
That's right. Do not text while driving. Minimize your cell phone usage. Don't just if you got the navigator in your ear.
That's what I was saying.
And you trying to figure your way out, and you talking just as well. Get off the phone and let the navigator do what it's supposed to do.
Please do. Oh my goodness. So Mr. E, the time is going by, but we're gonna get through it, and we're gonna make an announcement of one of our recipients. Young Men Achieving Success Christmas Holiday Award. But yeah, you all be careful. No texting. Keep a safe following distance.
Yeah.
Watch your speed and remain calm.
That's right. If you get pulled over by the police, if you feel stressed or irritable, take some deep breath and stay calm.
Absolutely.
Don't drive with road rage. This is safety. Keep yourself safe. Don't do all of that.
Absolutely.
Make sure that you're cool, calm, and you collected.
Mr. E, this is our time of giving, FYI radio show time of giving. And, we had this conversation talking about last year and all the things that we did last year during this time. But this year, we wanted to do some special things as well. And we said we were going to seek after a young man achieving success. Yeah. A young man that was doing great things in his life, in school, and we came across a young man that I know that I've known ever since he was a little teeny thing. His mom has been a part of what we've been doing, Miss Fiona Huff, and she's raised two beautiful children, Clara and Timothy. And so today we are awarding Timothy Huff Crystal Community Development Corporation Young Men Achieving Success program, a holiday gift to Mr. Timothy Huff for all that he's doing. He's doing so many things. He's participating in all kind of programs. She brought him up to be very, very productive. And hopefully we'll get a chance to have him on to talk to him. But we're going to award him $250.
Congratulations.
Cash,
Congratulations.
just for doing all the things that, God has given him to do. He wants to be an engineer.
And that's
Did you
great.
all hear that? He wants to be an engineer. He's 19 years old, in school, in college, and his mom is very proud of him. And we just want to say thank you, Timothy. Hopefully we can schedule him to come on and tell you all a little bit more about himself and all the things that he's accomplished. And we just want to say thank you.
That's right. And I want to say congratulations to him. And Ms. Hinton, in this time of year, so much pressure on our young folks, on our young men. And by him doing that, and by him being keeping his mind on what he wants to do and not veering to the left or to the right, we again want to say congratulations to you.
Absolutely. If you all go online, Facebook, you'll see him, even Instagram. He's up there, Timothy. And if you all want to contribute to his college education, we challenge you all to give him a gift and say thank you for being a productive, wonderful young man achieving success. We also want, how long do we have, Mr. E? We only have 1 minute. Well, I tell you what, we're going to come back on Friday. We're going to be doing some giveaways, some cash giveaways. We're going to do some gift cards and gift baskets. And we just want to say thank you to you all for your support. So look, come on over here to our social media platforms and share some more with us. And we'll be glad to have you. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
Don't forget to order the Ladies Pie. The telephone number that you can order for the Ladies Pies is
757-470-0224.
That's 757-470-0224. That's a Ladies Pie. Don't forget to put your order in now. 757.
470-0224.
For the past 30 minutes, you've been listening to the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show with your host, Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton. I'm Ed Ebb, the co-host. Don't forget to join us Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10 right here on WGPL 1350, Peace 95.3, and WPCE 1400. And have a wonderful hump day.
Woo! We're so glad to see you all up here. We want to say good morning. We got Yolanda Tillett, Mr. E. Who else we got?
We got one of the greatest fellas in the whole wide world, and he's got a great business out there. That's Mr. Chris Hinton is online with us, and the name of his business is
The Beard God.
That's right. I'm getting ready so he can get my order real soon. I want to say good morning to Mr. Desi Cone. Thank you so much for tuning in. Miss Sheila Robbins, Miss Roberta Cotter, the self-esteem
Queen. That's Miss Fiona Huff.
Yeah.
And we're talking about her
self-esteem queen. I see her on Facebook all the time, and and she's making the best of. She's walking with so much confidence.
I'm telling you, so much confidence, and those are the things that she put in her children. Fiona, Mr. E and I, as we talked about a time of giving, I think Mr. E and I said at the same time when I told him, I said, we need to seek out a young man that's doing great things. I think we both said Timothy Huff.
That's right.
Because, like I said, been looking at him ever since he was a little teeny boy. And Fiona just instilling greatness in him and greatness in her daughter. And, you see the fruit of her labor.
That's right.
It is just marvelous. A mother just put in, and the village. She's the type of person that she has that village around her as well, and they instill great things into the children. Her site is the Self-Esteem Queen. You all check her out. Go to her page and see the great things that she's doing. She's raised 2 children,
That's right.
A boy and a girl. And Timothy wants to be an engineer. Like, that is absolutely marvelous.
And that's what we need this day and time. We don't need to just be just a regular old this person. We need to reach for the sky. We need to reach higher than ever before, so we can go ahead and be that great engineer, be who God has ordained us to be since we were just little lads in mama's womb.
Yes, he said he's attended the College of Science, Engineering and Technologies Health and Science Summer Academy at Norfolk State University. And he's, if you all would meet the challenge, and we challenge you to go ahead and support Fiona and her son, in his education. Whatever you can do to help, please, meet the challenge. You may not be able to give $250, you may be able to give $1,000, you may be able to give $20. But I'm saying, if you all would, just go ahead and support our young men achieving success. We always support our ladies.
That's right.
Our girls.
That's right.
But I'm telling you, when we see a young man coming up, Mr. E, and he is, ready for the world, please support him and his endeavors and the things that he's trying to do as a productive young man.
And men, and we always support, like you said, Ms. Hinton, but men need support
Absolutely.
just as well. Some men need that encouragement. Some men need that push to help them to rise, because somewhere down the line, they can get that feeling, I don't think I can make it. But then they find somebody that found favor in them and encourage them to say, hey, look, you can make it regardless. If he did it for me, he'll do it for you. So our hats off to. So when you see a young man trying to make it, push him, encourage him. Don't demoralize him. Don't slap him down. Just encourage him to let him know, hey, look, I'm proud of you.
Absolutely. I want to say good morning to my friend, Miss Diane Carter. Miss Diane Carter, can you check your schedule for next Wednesday? We're going to be doing a little outing with the Young Women Achieving Success, and I would love for you to come out and be a part of that. So check your schedule for me and get back with me so we can just hang out a little bit. Sheila Roberts, my dear friend, she's on. Roberta Carter, Miss LaWanda Tillett, who has a wonderful celebration on this evening. And we want to say congratulations to her. She's raised two beautiful girls as well.
Yeah.
And we just want to say thank you for mothers and fathers that have invested in the life and have served their children and seeing them grow up.
That's right. And, and that's one of the greatest things in the world, because there are mothers and fathers, regardless of the circumstances, that are still pushing, that are still trying, that still hanging in there. They have not allowed the cares of life to knock them down.
Our friend, let me read it right. Okay, the Self-Esteem Queen says, my prayer is that Timothy will be what God has called him to be. He is a great son. He's great son. That is marvelous.
That's great.
So you all, lift them up and, just meet the challenge. And even if there's another young man that you all see that's, striving to do things and educate himself and be productive, please get under these young men. We talk, this is what's under the hat, issues concerning men. And we have talked about so many things, Mr. E, concerning men. And we want to see men, we want to see them go forth. We want to see them win. And, there's issues, but I'm saying there are so many that are productive and doing great things. And we want to see them start off as little ones.
That's right.
Coming up. Right. And so, please.
We want to make sure that our young men, as little tots, as they have been encouraged. You might have some experience lay up top. You just like you. Don't put that spirit on the board. Don't put them on them little boards. Let them know that they can rock and they can roll, that they can be all that God has for them. They can do it. They can work their way up to the top so they can be somebody.
Absolutely.
And don't get mad because, you and the daddy and you, or the daddy's family is against you, or the granddaddy of the daddy of the daddy of the daddy is upset with you. But just get to the point where you got another genius, another president, another Einstein that's right there where you can encourage him to make it.
Mr. E, tell everybody about Young Men Achieving Success program. We have had a chance to invest in the lives of young men. The pandemic came and we had to shut down the program, but with the scholarships and the time of giving, it makes us feel good that it's still going on. We're hopefully soon to be able to bring that program back. We're still doing Young Women Achieving Success, but Mr. E is the facilitator for Young Men Achieving Success. He's responsible for the site that we're on. And Mr. E, just tell us about how we enjoy and how you facilitate this program.
Listen, I love them young men. See, sometimes you got to remember when you're dealing with youngins or young men and you put all you got into them because, somebody might not have done it for you, but now you see a golden opportunity to put some skills and some of the things that you have learned through life in somebody else, So one of the biggest joys that I got out is teaching men how to use a hammer, teaching them how to, do their craft work and watching them read and their mannerism and how they overcome obstacles just from the time that we've been there. Miss Hinton, we have done a whole lot, and to take them out into public and the way that they carry themselves in public. And I want to say to all the young men that maybe they're in higher school and higher grades now, thank you so much, because there was a lot of other young men that wanted to be in there, but they wasn't old enough to get in there. But your parents allowed you to rock and to roll along with Miss Hinton and I in our Young Men Achieving Mentoring program.
Absolutely. It's a wonderful program. We are going to start it. Again, we actually just started the girls back post-pandemic. And so through this pandemic recovery, we have opened that up And now we're going for the Gusto as well, our Young Men Achieving Success
That's right.
program.
That's right.
I wanted to say, Mr. E mentioned about our young men in reading, and that was one of the highlights for me,
Yes.
Mr. E. You know, not just being there to mentor, but to notice some of the things that they loved. And reading was one thing. You know, some people figure, well, boys don't like to read. These boys love books.
That's
They
right.
elected books to
That's
read,
right.
and our boys are younger than our young women achieving success. These are young kids that are they're young, middle, and elementary boys, and they love reading. And
That's
so
right.
it was just it's been a joy. And we got a chance to do the scholarship for Young Man Achieving Success these last couple of years because the pandemic wasn't there. And so being able to award someone that we know and love, you know, a token of our appreciation for what they do is an honor, because we miss the club.
That's
we
right.
miss the
I
boys.
miss them boys.
And I'm glad that we both agreed that, hey, let's find a young man that is achieving, and let's say thank you to him.
You know, and plus, you know, when you look at these young men, some of them are going through. They might be struggling, and they might need that little kick, you know, little push, you know, to help them to rise above. You know, because you got to remember that when we're dealing with these young men, and we are in part everything that I got in me, that I want to help these young men, even down to my grand boys. I want to make sure that they know right from wrong. They make the right decisions and go the right way.
Yeah, so we're glad that you all have joined us. Look, don't forget the Royal Ladies Pie. It's almost Christmas.
Santa Claus is
man, I hope,
town.
What are you all going to do? You know, are you all entertaining? Are you cooking? What are you cooking good? We're going to have some food safety tips on Friday.
Yes.
Also a time of giving.
Yes.
On Friday, we want you all to join us back here for that. But don't forget, you can order your pies. The number is 757-470-0224, or just inbox me. Say, hey, I need some pies for the holidays. We got Grandma and Jim coming. We got, all the family that's going to be over. The thing about it, you can get the pies anytime. You can get it for the holidays, special occasions, for your events. You can get them for Sunday meals, or anytime you want them, you can order the pies. So just inbox me, or just email. You can actually email the Royal Ladies Pie at gmail.com. I made it real easy. It was the Fabulous Ladies. You can still do that one, but the Royal Ladies Pie, LADYS, the Royal Ladies Pie at gmail.com. You can definitely email and let me know that you need an invoice or the menu items or whatever.
And
you can get them.
And don't forget, the pies can be delivered.
Oh, yeah, in the Hampton Roads area.
They can be delivered. They can be delivered. So, you can go ahead and order your pies and order them now. And don't forget, Miss Hinton, tell our listening audience, what are you cooking for Christmas?
Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, I'll tell y'all Friday. I would tell you all, because I'm still, I got the menu, most of the menu up and finished and all. I've been grocery shopping and whatnot. I'm entertaining my family, relatives this Christmas again, and by popular demand.
By popular demand, okay.
They want to come over, and definitely want to have a great spread and everything. So I'll share that with you all on Friday. Also, I want to let you all know that bullying is right underneath your nose. The Spanish Audible is up and popping. I got the email. Now remember, we have the hard copy, we have the ebook, and we have the Audible, all in English, all in Spanish. We got two languages. So if you're bilingual, or if you Hispanic, absolutely, all that. And
Parlez-vous français?
Oh my God, that's French. Maybe I should do that. What's the next biggest language? I know Spanish and English are one of the two that stand out. There are other ones, French, Italian, but we definitely have those two online. You
and
can
German.
Get them for your children, for your family. Go online with Books or So. The link and everything is online on Facebook. and on Instagram, LinkedIn. Please, please, please support and get those books. And get them, however form you want. I am so excited. And thank you all that have bought the books, the Audible and the hard copy and the ebook. I'm very excited about that. Thank you so much for your support. For those that buy the pies, thank you so much for making my business a great business. Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, so anyway, Mr. E, what else do we have coming up? Look, we really we want you all to follow us on social media.
That's right.
But we are planning for our new 2023 schedule.
That's right.
Mr. E, we need folks to
sports talk, what's underneath the
absolutely.
hat, and issues concerning women. And if you know some great women, some great men
Yes.
that will help us to allow our community to help our community to know about men, to know what
Yes.
some of the issues concerning men, what's underneath the hat of men, so that we can help women and men to rise above.
Absolutely.
See, here's the thing that we got to understand, that a lot of people don't understand why a man act like he act, what's going on in his head. Does a man really shut down? Yes, they do all of that. They really shut down, but there's a major cause to why. And sometimes it's this lady that he dealing with, it's the children, it can be the job, or he can be pressured with so much,
or
his health,
absolutely, his health.
Yeah,
That's
his
right.
health, and he don't know who to share it with. He don't know who to talk to, because there are a lot of people that they know him and only thinking that he's just talking. But I understand now, Miss Hinton, why so many men don't go to the doctors as often, because they don't know how to dialogue. They don't know what to say to somebody that tell them what they are experiencing. You mean to tell me, Mr. E, you are looking so healthy, and you got a dermatologist problem, you got a skin. It could happen to anybody.
Absolutely. Shame, fear keeps people from going to the doctor sometimes.
That's right. And because what happened, they don't know the knowledge. They don't know. They don't have the understanding. They don't have the clue of what's going on. They got white coat syndrome like I do. I have what they call white coat syndrome. I go to the doctor when I go
and
to
your blood pressure go up.
My blood pressure. And I got to sit there for such a long time until they come back, till it goes down, and I get used to familiar around the situation, around the area where I'm at. I get used to, then they can take it again. But other than that, men don't know how to do those things. They don't know what to do. But if you get them in their comfort zone and what they know how to do, then you can't shut them down. You can't stop them. But you get them in some other zone and they don't understand. And some men walking around with problems in their household.
Absolutely.
They don't know who to talk to, because they done been jumped so many times. That people are not saying what they want to say, and nobody's listening to them, and all they want to do is unload it.
Absolutely. So what's under the hat? That's why we have that segment. Just discovering more about men, how they feel from their perspective.
That's right.
Who they are from their perspective.
That's right.
Some of the things that they go through that they're happy about going through, and just some of the things that we want a better, clear understanding about.
That's right.
So that is a great segment. We're going to come with some more things. Of course, we're going to keep serving that tea. Don't you know it's so much tea? We sometimes during the week we want to serve that tea, but hey, on Fun Friday we're gonna serve some holiday tea. We may even have a holiday Santa Claus letter that came into us that we may want to read on Fun Friday.
That's right. And if you see this letter that we got that came into the house, what do the lonely do at Christmas? What do they do? All of those who have the women who have ran their heroes away, now you're home by yourself.
What do you say the women? What about the men? Listen, he always talking about women. Well, that's our women's segment, though, right?
That's Friday.
What's in your closet?
That's right. And done ran your hero away, and now you're sitting around with your gin and your juice playing all the most slow jam.
Look at that soap operas.
It's
women look at soap operas anymore.
I have no idea.
You got too many reality shows.
Listen to the song that says, "It's a sad, sad Christmas," and you bend over with the bottle in your hand.
But listen to this, Miss D. Some women love being single. Some men love being single now. Some people are not, as lonely as you think if they don't have, if they're not married. Some people don't want to be married, and some of them having a good time out there. And so it all depends on how you see things. I think this generation here, they don't feel forced to be married. They don't feel, because you see less and less of them being married, and then they easily get out of marriage. I mean, just that quick.
Just that quick.
Yes.
And going on about their business, turn to the next page. Nobody's dreading on anything in this new generation.
Yeah.
Here when you look at it, let's say for example, somebody go to a funeral, and the funeral is one day, and the memories of that person is gone that same day.
Sometimes it's like that.
But here back in the days of old, they would have a memory, and he done left all.
Take them a long time to grieve.
That's right.
But I tell you what, people are moving on,
things
are happening quick, news stories, media, things happen quick here today.
Tomorrow.
So we're going to, on Friday, we're going to be serving that tea. A lot of stories coming in, a lot of things that we want to cover. We'll be doing our giveaways. Like I said, upcoming shows, Mr. E's going to tell you how you can be somebody that can be on our show, sharing and telling us how we can rise above mere survival and find success.
If you'd like to be a special guest on FYI Radio Show, all you have to do is pick up the telephone and call 757-714-7861. Or inbox us at Edward Everett's Facebook page, Miss Yolanda, the Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or FYI Facebook page, and let us know that you'd like to be a special guest on the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. Oh, by the way, don't forget that you can also email us at FYIRadiosHowLive@gmail.com.
Yes.
That's all you got to do is go there and type in the information and let us know that you'd like to be a special guest on the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world.
Absolutely. Also, don't forget that you can follow us. We can host your shows, an event. You can go to Gig Salad, GIGSALAD, and just type in Yolanda Hinton and Edward Everett, aka Mr. E, and you can find out how we can MC or we can host your wonderful, wonderful occasion.
And that's what it's all about. We'll come out. We'll help sponsor what you got. If you got a charity organization that you trying to get off and want some folks to host it for you, call us 757-714-7861 or inbox us and let us know that you want us to be a part of what you got going on.
We have Miss Katrina Brown that's on with us, Mr. E. So many folk that are on. And we are, Mr. E, hold up. Let me see who else is on with us before we go. Let's see. We got a lot of folks up here. I'm just so glad to see you all up here. I hope that you all have a wonderful holiday. We're not going to be here on Monday
after Christmas,
but we'll be here on Fun Friday, and I hope you're going to be able to share with us. Chris Hinton again is up there. Up here, and just a lot of folk, Mr. E.
Mr. Stephen McCall is up here.
Oh my goodness.
Michelle Robbins up here. And don't forget that self-esteem queen.
Yes, Stephen's son had a birthday. We want to say happy birthday to him. And hope you're doing well, Stephen, you and your boys. They're growing up.
That's right.
It seemed like he had just got them. They were little teeny boys, and now they look it up. They're almost full-grown men.
Miss Hinton, I want to flip. Miss Katrina Brown should have never said that, but
I
got to give her some accolades. I want to say thank you, Katrina Brown and the Commanders, because you helped us to clinch a playoff spot. We going to the day. We going to the
talking
party.
About shade,
we going
honey.
to the party.
Oh my!
We're gonna be going to the party. Thanks to the Commanders, we going to the party.
That is amazing. Look, don't forget our Young Women Achieving Success program. We'll be back in January. We will get a chance to do a nice little outing on next Wednesday, taking the girls to the movies and just letting them enjoy. But starting January, if you all have young ladies who need to be in this free program in Chesapeake, Virginia, please tell a parent or an auntie or grandma or someone, a girl next door, that we have a program that helps to build young leaders. That's right. And our young ladies, we want them to be leaders as well. And we just continue to build them and support them so they can be productive, well-rounded citizens.
You could bring the Brown said.
What did she say? Shade. How they show voice shade. But I tell you, Mr. E is very happy. You all don't forget sports talk. You know, you all can be on that segment if you are a lover of the game, and if you're a fan of any team, any NFL team.
So here's the thing, Ms. Hinton. What team that you're a fan of?
I'm a fan of I'm just a fan of all sports. That's why I'm here. Look, and I love reporting, learning more and more about the games, Mr. E. That's what's so wonderful about. And then I have a nerve to have a grandson that know every play in the world, every game, even soccer. I mean, it is just amazing that this child is so into the game.
That's right.
But,
and that's what it's all about. Don't forget to inbox us if you'd like for us to host your event. If you want the ladies pie, inbox us or call us. And don't forget, if you'd like to be a special guest, make it your business to drop a letter or line. Now, here's something else. Friday will be our last day here for the holiday.
Yes.
And if you want to wish Miss Hinton and I Merry Christmas, you can do that on Friday. Just say, hey, look, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to you. Let us know if you that you want to say Merry Christmas to us.
Absolutely. Again, Friday, our time of giving, sports talk. We're going to have current news listing for you all.
Jobs.
And current job listings. Yes. And so
if you need a job by the first of the year, stick close.
So please join us, and please get ready. Look, if you have to go out there, because look, I'm gonna go out there in the midst of the daggone crowd. I do at least one time before Christmas, and just enjoy how people love being out there and how friendly people are and everything. But please be safe. That was our segment today.
Yeah.
Make sure you're safe on the road.
Online,
if you're traveling, online, wherever you go, stay safe. And we'll see you back here on Friday. Mr. E, give them the tea on how they can be a special guest, sponsor, or intern.
If you'd like to be a special guest sponsor or intern, all you have to do is drop us a letter in our email. That's FYIRadioshow@gmail.com, or Edward Everett's Facebook page, or Miss Yolanda Lady Hinton's Facebook page, or you can go to FYI Facebook page and inbox us and let us know that you know somebody or you like to be a special guest or sponsor of the most talked about radio show in the whole wide world. That's FYI Radio Show.
Absolutely. God bless you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.
To them.
Stay warm.
VA.